and if not, the entire state. Okay? So, that says I have a lot of experience, but real experience, in the trenches, in the gutter, with the blood and the guts and the beer. What you need at the top is a real cop, and I'm it. Now, I can stand up here and tell you what's going to happen or what I want to have happen. I'm going to clean out all the corruption and all the scandalous stuff that's going on in this police department. And all of us could probably say the same thing. But the proof is in the pudding. What have you done in the past? What is going on now that you are trying to clean up this police department? Well, I've got a 2011 federal lawsuit against the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and 14 of their high-ranking officers in the police department, plus the sheriff, of course. Okay? Now, that's been going on since January of 2011. The key is, why? How come then? Well, I reached a point where I could not go along with the lies anymore. There's a little saying, the moment that you become aware of a lie and you don't do anything about it and you go along with it, then you become part of that lie. And that is so true in police work. There are so many times, so many things and so many people that would force you to sell your soul, to violate your oath. And once you do it, the rest of them is just history. They own you. I've never done that. I've never sold my soul. Truth is everything to me. So, the 2011 federal lawsuit started because the department wanted me to lie about a major home invasion, robbery, sexual assault series in Las Vegas that victimized probably 8 to 10 families. One of the families happened to be a police lieutenant, wife, and young child. So obviously, we're pretty enthusiastic. We want to find these guys. It's funny though, being the most senior detective in the entire department and the most senior officer now in the entire department, they didn't want my help. Right. They didn't want the senior squad that I was on to help. We all volunteered. Why? Over the years, I've noticed whenever they didn't want me around on a case, there's some funny business that's going to go on. Well, it reached that point. There was a lot of funny business. Yeah, they got 5 of them. Probably about 14 suspects, but they got 5. Out of those 5, they initiated 5 search warrants. Tremendous amount of evidence was recovered. The only problem is the suspects all used masks, gloves, and condoms. So your forensic evidence is not there. Well, I happen to notice that evidence that they recovered just had a break in the chain of evidence. Okay, so it was tainted. It was useless. I knew about it. I was called in to lie along with all the other 33 detectives about that break in that chain of custody on that evidence, and I refused. From that point on, went downhill for me. I was targeted. Eventually, I became sick from it. That's why the federal lawsuit is there. Now, one more thing on the federal lawsuit. 4 murders have resurfaced in July of 2013 in which LVMPD is complicit. I have the evidence. I've got the eyewitnesses. And it didn't come from me. It came from one of the witnesses that I called. Now, there's lots of those kind of situations that are happening, that have happened. The O.J. Simpson case is another one. Omitted evidence. I make a prediction. He's going to walk out of prison February or March of this year a free man. Why? Because they omitted evidence, exculpatory evidence, after I arrested him and obtained a spontaneous confession. Now, obviously, that would have been a very short trial. And I bet you most of you in here didn't even know I'm the person that arrested him. Oh, yeah. Was never subpoenaed. I never testified, and none of my reports made it into that trial. Well, it's going to come out now. So, what you're looking at is the real thing. You must put a real cop at the top if you want this community to survive. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Any questions for Gordon?